Hello and welcome or welcome back to Rosebud's Budget. This is going to be our count up for June and our budget for July. So you might want to get comfortable and we'll get into it. So we have our trusty book out and I really enjoyed decorating the pages for this month's spread. So we are going to go into July. So we have Hello July 2025. Yes, if you can see, I did write Hello June and had to typex it out. And this month is focusing for us on Christmas in July. So the plan for this month is to have my Teeny Tiny Tuesdays and my Fun Friday game days all about Christmas. The Teeny Tiny Tuesdays money will go into the tin. That will be opened later in the year. That is not specifically for Christmas. However, whereas we would normally do saving for 2026, our just for fun and our future binder, we are not doing them this month. We are literally going to have a Christmas game day each week for the month of July, and fingers crossed, well, actually not fingers crossed, whatever money we get by the end of July, that is what we're using for Christmas. We're not saving any more at all. So we have obviously the month of July and some lovely little drawings. I really found this therapeutic. So we're going to move over what's going off. So what's going on in July for us? So we do have Christmas in July. We have birthday celebrations. So there is a few first birthdays. There is family birthdays, friends' birthdays. Yeah, there's quite a lot going off. We have the start of the kids' summer holiday towards the end of July. And then one thing I've put on my calendar is Soph's Christmas release box. So I know that hers is coming out in July, so I've put a reminder in my phone. Now, I have put a reminder for something else in the month of July, but I think it auto-corrected when I saved it in my calendar. And now I don't know, I don't have a clue what it is for. So then we have our income. And we're going to do that with you guys, and then we're going to go through and budget for the month and then count up. So what I have done is anything that hasn't changed, I wrote it in already. So anything that hasn't changed from last month. And if you were with me, last budget with me for June, you would know that we only concentrated on a few categories this month. And then we'll have our count up. So I've got some ice cream there melting and some Christmas things because it's Christmas in July. And at the minute, it is absolutely boiling. It is still so hot here. Last night was ridiculous. Thank you if you have watched my week 5 of June's cash stuffing. I really do appreciate it. I'm just going to move this tin because I can hear it as I'm moving. That's better. I can hear it like clicking. So yeah, thank you so much for that. I do have quite a few videos coming, so I do apologise. I know I have got my new setup and my goals review that I've got to record. Sorry, there is something like, you know, like when you're knocking the table. Yeah, so I've got my goals review and my new setup to come, so that will be great. So what we're going to do now is we are going to quickly just go through, count everything up, and then do the budget with me so we know where we will be placing everything. So quick reminder, guys, why we are doing this. Do have a giveaway still running. It is running till the 4th of July. Right, so let's get my non-trusty calculator out. Honestly, this one always does me wrong. Can I switch it on? Are you on? Yeah. Okay, so in the first bit we have 35, 45 and 55. That was Soph's Budgeting Life. Look out for that tree challenge. Then we have Rainbow Fish by Beijing Budgets. That has 35 in the bank, 45. So if you know, I have taken a lot of the money back. And normally I don't take my challenge money back, but I did because I didn't want a lot of money in the house. So we have 55 and 65 in Little Moon Budgets. That is Theresa Cloud. And then Dilly Dally Budgets. We actually completed this one, but we're going to keep it in here until they're all completed and then do the reallocation. So we have 40, 50, 65. So we have 230 in leftovers already, and we've still got 2 challenges. Well, 3 challenges really. One that's just got 1 more go left, and then the other 2 that might go on for a while. So in leftover, I'm just going to put the totals for now. I will check that off camera because, yeah, I'm not going to go back into there now and do that. So then we're going to go to our pounds. So our pound challenges, we have 240. So we have it in cash because it's in our tin. And let me tell you something, guys. When I was just double checking that my pennies were all up to date, my husband helped me count them all out. I found so many pound coins in there. So whereas I put my pound coins into this tin, I think what I've done is I've just accidentally been putting them into my tub where I put my pennies and not realising. So yeah. Right, okay. We have 105 in the bank for our penny challenge. And that is because we completed the 5p that gave us the extra pounds. And that means we have 30, no, what do we have? And we have 35 in cash. Now, technically, this is not in the bank. It's still in the tub, but it's what's from completed on here, if that makes sense. So it works for my brain. So that means we have 140 in the penny challenge. That is brilliant. This is from Chantal Budgets. Then we have Cash Trap, which is our glorious savings challenge one. And we have 190 in the bank. So let's put the 190 in the bank. And then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 in cash. Now, if you have seen my week 5 cash stuff, then you would know that I owed this £12. I have put the £10 in. And then when I do my budget with me, I'm going to allocate £5 to it as well. So currently it has £260, which is amazing. And look, we still have 2 cheeses to go. So that is that one. Now we're going to move over to the ones that we have been filling. Hopefully this will be quicker than normal months because I'm not going to count all these. So Rosebud's Budgets has 500 in the bank. We had to purchase some laminate flooring and things because if you have seen, we brought a carpet cleaner to clean the living room carpet and it just wasn't cutting it. We cleaned it so many times, left it to dry out, cleaned it again. So we ended up having to rip the carpet up and get laminate flooring. But I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have this Bank of Rosebud's Budgets, which is technically an emergency fund. So we will be building this back up. Now, I don't know if we're going to use the piggy bank money to top this up and then start again with the piggy bank money once we complete it. So let's see how much we have in piggy bank. We're aiming for £500. So we have 290 in the bank. 290 in the bank, and then we have 20, 40, 50, 60 in cash, so that is 350. So we've only got 150 to go on there to make that up to the first 500, which is fabulous. Grocery Boost also has 290, and don't forget, I'm only putting like 20 quid, 10 quid a week away, and it's just building up so quickly. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pounds as well. This we have decided we're only going to take it up to 400, so we only have 50 pounds more on there to do, which is fab. So I might have to change the denominations of these to 10 maybe. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. Yeah, we'll see. I'll work that one out. That's a Cashbook cute one. And then 1 month ahead, let's see how we are doing for 1 month ahead. So we have 575 in the bank. And then we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pounds in cash. So that can go into here. So I'm not even going to attempt to do this in my head. So 575 add 70, obviously, yeah, 645. Okay, guys, so none in the bank. Basically, Stacey Binder has 100. It's still sat there. We are going to reallocate that money after we've done a count up. Extra money is there. I have decided what I'm going to allocate this for, and you'll find out during the month. The Charmed is still there. In the skip, Kids has 350. School has 300. Mr. and Mrs. has 150. Wellness, Family Fun. Wellness has 100. Family Fun has 200 and Hobbies has 100. Celebrations, Mr, and Mrs. So these are birthdays, all have 100. These birthdays aren't until 2026, so we'll look at them later in the year. MOT is fully funded at 50 and maintenance has 500 at the moment. House has 400 still, we haven't added to that, and then garden has 400 as well. We haven't added to that this month either. And not forgetting appliances, we haven't added to that either. Holiday is still the same. That will change this month, so that is fabulous. Right, now what we need to do is we need to go and count up what is in our challenge binders. So, like I said, these challenge binders won't get any love. So 2026 future and just for fun will not get any love this month, purely because we're concentrating on fulfilling Christmas. So let's move that one out the way a minute so we can get to them. So we have our 2026 binder. Now I've got a piece of paper at the side of me, so I will write bank and cash and then add it all up together. So this challenge is from Soap's Budgeting Life, and it's saved 20 in 25 and it has 125 in the bank. 125. Now this was, you could say 43, 3, 2, 7. I'm doing it where I'm just saving like 1, 3, I think that was 10, 2 and 4. Just because I love it. I love the challenge. That came in her advent box. So in this one we have 155 in the bank, and that is from the Rocking Witch, the Birthstone Challenge. So I've got 12 of them. I think all this is in the bank, to be quite fair, because I think after I'd done the last month's count up, I then took stuff back to the bank, just because I couldn't do it all at once. So 180 into Save 2025 Saver by Kimberly Budgets, and then Peachy Budgets, Peachy's Pennies, £100, and that's a 12-month saver. So for 2026 already we have 125 add 155 add 180 add 100. So we have £560 in the bank for 2026. Now the reason I do my 2026 binder is purely because it gives that little bit of boost at the beginning of the year where you can, what was it? 560, where you can just fund some categories that may be lacking. It just gives you that little boost and just making it fun to save for next year, basically. Right, then we're moving over to Just for Fun. I've done them in the wrong order. This is Just for Fun. So we have Crack the Code by Little Moon Budgets. We have 20 in cash and 50 in the bank. So 50 and 20. Then we have Chantal Budget's Rainbow Bingo Spinner. This is a fun one. I like this. And this has 55 in the bank and then 10. So 55 in the bank and then 10. So yeah, we are going to, I want to say fingers crossed, 2 holidays next year. So we're having one. So this is 45 and £10. We are planning to have one because that is a special occasion. This is another one from Soap's Budgeting Life, and it is called, where is it? Why is it not in there? It's the Hungry Stegosaurus. Oh, because it's in front. Oh, I got really confused there. It's the Hungry Stegosaurus. It's because the dashboard's there. And then it's all in the chemistry by Dilly Dally Budgets. This one, I love this one. This has saved us 50, 60, 70. So yeah, sorry. We are planning on 2 holidays. One that is like because of a family celebration, and then one is just a holiday. I don't know how we're going to go, but the problem is, what I find is if I don't start planning for it and I don't start saving for it, it will just, look, £300 in holiday. Like, we started this last year and we was planning, right, this was going to be the year we're going on holiday, blah, 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 blah. And it's not happened. So I do want to focus on this. And I have decided that I think the money that I had left over from what I'd saved last year, I think that's going to fund that part of it, I think. So we're going to go into, oh no, I haven't added this up. So we have 20, 40, 60 in cash. In just for fun, and then we have 51, 52, 200, so 260. We have emptied this out recently. Right, so then we're moving on to future. I really enjoy doing this one, and I'm really glad because this is nearly at £1,000, and it would have been over £1,000 if I was able to put the £100 in this month, but it's just how things work. We sometimes can't put as much as we'd like in. So we have 190 in the bank and we have £10 in cash. This is Roll It Up Light by Budget and Dreams, and we have 185 in cash. I think it's actually 186 because there is, oh, maybe not, and £15 in cash. So 185 in the bank. I really enjoy doing this one because it just shows you can save small and it builds up. Perfect example if anybody wants to start out and doing a small challenge like that to get the accomplishment of completing something. We have £70 in the bank, and then we have 25 in cash, and that is for Where's Little Moon. It's a scratch off and it saves £150. Right, so then we've got 2 challenges in the back of here. And this is where we mark off what we have already completed and put into this one. So this is Dilly Dally Budgets, Old Lady Fund, and we have 480 in the bank for that. This is for anything to do with future and, you know, decide later. This is not going to be linked with our 10k. A 10k is going to be something different. This is the Old Man Fund, and I've got the Old Lady Fund as well. So, yeah. Okie dokie, nearly there, guys. Let me just count this up. So let's bring this in. We have 480 in the bank, add 70, add 185, add 190. So this is, we've got £925 in the bank for future. And then we have £50 in cash. So we have £975. I think that's absolutely amazing. Now that has been building up since beginning of 2024, guys. So I'm glad, you know, don't look at that and think, oh, there's £1,000 in there. How you got that? It has been over months and months and months. Right, not much left. Christmas we will do last. Teeny Tiny Tuesdays. We had 690 last month. Let's just double check. Where are you? We had 690 last month. Okay, so we have put in, so just something to say with Teeny Tiny Tuesdays, on my cash stuffing week 5, we did put some money in here as well. I am calculating that in because this video shouldn't really be going out until just before week 1 of July's cash stuffing. However, I really do need to just get it filmed today. So basically £690. We have added a whopping 165 in today. So in cash, because there's nothing in the bank for it, we have £855, guys. Now, can I just stress that when we did it last year, we had 888 in the whole year. So the fact that we've been able to find and add a bit more each time into our budget is amazing. Right, side hustle. Let's go into a side hustle. My son's binder has 200 in. We're not adding this in here. I'm not going to write it in here because we got confused with it last time and I kept adding it in. So, if I'm right in thinking, the 275 is from the completed challenges from here. And then this one is from Bethany Budgets, and it is the 50 envelope challenge. And we have 330, and then we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 25. So 125 in cash. So I can put that down here. Sorry, I moved it out of the way there. 125 in cash. And then we have 36705 in the bank. So let's pop that back there. So that was 705. So then inside hustle, we currently have £830. Now we do need to add some more into this, but I'm just waiting for it to go into my bank so I can take it out. So that is great. So now on to Christmas. What did we have last month? Let's have a quick look. How is everybody doing anyway? I meant to ask. Are you still enjoying this weather? Is it been any rain or any cold weather anywhere? Please let me know. I might travel down. So Christmas last month had £1,150 in. So I'm just going to write that there. I am not going to go and count through this binder. I know that we have put in £200 plus £50. So that makes it £1,400. Now, people might think that's a lot. I'm a family of 4 with a big family, like brothers, sisters and things like that. And whatever's not used, we will roll that over to 2026. I just felt that last year I was very restricted, and this year I want to make sure that I am able to freely enjoy it and not have to worry. So yeah, was a bit tight last year, so we're upping it a little bit, and that's why I say once we've done Christmas in July, I am not adding it anymore into this. So I'm not going to go into the cash and what's in the bank of here. And guys, that looks like everything has got a number on it. So yeah, how's everybody's journeys going? Are you enjoying cash stuffing? Are you getting into a slump? How are you doing with your goals? I've looked over my goals because I need to record my goals video, and actually I'm pleasantly surprised with the outcome of the goals already. So I am now going to shut up and I'm going to count all this up, guys. So let's bring your calculator in and let's hope it doesn't make any mistakes for us. Last month we had 13,891 and 81p, and if we look back on last month, we had a minus number. So I don't expect it to be a massive plus. If it's a plus, or it could be a minus number again, that is purely because we've had to pay for quite a few things this month. Don't forget we had the big budgeting meetup at the end of May. We had the carpet, lots of things. Anyway, guys, waffling on. So we have 830. Right, shall we see if I've calculated it correctly? £14,195. Wow. So we have £14,195. That's absolutely amazing. So what have we added in? 200 maybe? £303.19, which I am happy with. It has been quite a spending month, and I'm finding that next month's going to be a spending month as well, because it's the 6 weeks holidays. My daughter goes away with a friend for the week, so got to give her plenty of money there. So I think next month's going to be a close one as well, but I'm really happy with that. I just, honestly, if you are thinking of starting cash stuffing, please do. I did a post on Instagram that my mum has got into cash stuffing. She started using my challenges, and she was one that could never ever save. It always went somewhere. She always had to use any money she'd saved and stuff, and she's saved so much already, which is absolutely amazing, honestly. And she is on a very, very low budget. Okay, so guys, that's just amazed me. Absolutely amazing. Okay, so have a few things. Firstly, I'm just going to stop a minute, and I am going to ask you to go over, when we've done, to check out Budget UK. I'll leave her linked below. She asked me to do a custom booklet for her. It was a secret project because I didn't want to reveal it until she'd given it to her daughter, because it was a present for her daughter. She has let her daughter have it early because her daughter needs to save for certain things for university, and I had so much joy in making it. I was able to be creative. I wasn't given a time frame, so it wasn't like I had to do it in a week. Like she spoke to me back in March and was like, Rose, don't worry, as long as I get it by this day, which was actually next month, don't worry about it. So message back and forth, and it was a really positive thing, because sometimes I was like, oh, okay, we'll do this. And then when we did that and printed it off, I was like, yeah, I'm not too happy with that. And obviously both of us have to be happy with what I'm producing. So yeah, it was a lot of love, time and effort. But go and check her video out of her daughter revealing it. It was just such a lovely video to watch. Right, so that is that. Let's do our budget for the month. Okay, so we have a little bit of extra money this month, which is always good. So we have £1,572.36 going to here. We have 600 in here, and we have 1,105.83 in here. Now the bills coming out, we know, if you've seen me before, no bills come out of here. The bills that are coming out of here are £555.83, and then the bills that are coming out of here are 872.36. Now you'll say, oh well, why is the ending the same? Because I round it. So I won't pull down here the 583 or the 236 or anything like that. So that will pull down, and that will be 600. So we're going to take this number minus this number, which will leave 550. And then we are going to take this number minus it from this one, which leaves 700. Then I add them all together, which will be 1,850 for this month, which is amazing leftover. Now, I wouldn't be able to stuff this amount and use this amount if I hadn't been cash stuffing already. This now has to be moved to here. So this is what's left over after all our bills are paid. And we need to minus our monthly money. So this month we are having £175 going out over 4-week month. So that equals £700. So we minus this number from this number, and it will leave 1,150. And 1,150 is what we have left to stuff throughout our binders for the month, guys. And now we are going to budget for the month of July. So I explained in one of my other videos that we are changing this back to £90. So We do not have a week 5. So, sorry, week 5, you are not getting any. So, what has everybody got planned for July? The kids break up. I'm sure it's like the 20-something of July. So, yeah, and then my daughter still has the 6 weeks. Right, let's just take all of this off. Just makes it a little bit easier for me to understand. I mean, a load of these aren't actually getting any, so I'm not too worried. So we're only going to fill in the ones that we're stuffing. So food and household is going to get 90 each week. I really like doing this way because I can see and count it up and go, that's what I need for that cash stuffing for that week. 40 in petrol. How much does people spend on petrol? I mean, really, we're only going to and from work twice maybe, and then maybe to the shops. Like, we don't do a lot, but 40 quid is what we use. Fur baby is going to get his 10. What I have decided is this money, even if it's left over, we are going to keep it in Fur baby, because in August he will be going to the groomers. So that is my thinking for that. So that obviously won't go into leftover money. We have miscellaneous. We always have 10, and that will go into leftovers if it's not used. And spending, we are having 25. So in total, let's see. So 50, so that's 100. This line here should equal 700 if I've done it right. So we've got 40, 40. No, what this, yeah. Should it equal 700? 4, 8, 12, 16. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 360. So 360, 520, 60, 600, 700. Brilliant. Okay. Right. So this month we will be concentrating on these ones here. We need to. So piggy bank, we are going to put £150 in here because I'm sure it was 330. I find it easy this way because we can go back and check. So, what did I say? 350, and we want it to 500. So that is 150. We are going to get that done this month. Grocery Boost needs 50, and 1 month ahead, I'll come back to that one. So we're going to add 50 into Grocery Boost. 1 month ahead, we are going to take this and hopefully finish the whole challenge. It won't give us a month ahead. We do need to do another challenge, but it will complete that challenge. So hopefully this month, this main bit will be done. Okie dokie, where else do I want to go? So Teeny Tiny Tuesdays, I'm just going to go back and forth, guys. So we want 160 into Teeny Tiny Tuesdays. Hope you can see that. So we're going to put 40 in each of this. To give that a boost out. Side hustle is just, I don't know why I've put side hustle there actually, because that's just stuffed whenever. 10k, we're not starting it until August. Again, these aren't getting any love, and this will, but not out of this budget. So that's very cryptic. Right, so we're just going to go back to here, and we've got 4 weeks. So what about doing 50, 50, 25 and 25, and then what do we do here? 20, 10, 10. And people might see that this is a silly way of doing it, but it just keeps me motivated. So that's 150. So we're going to put 30, 25, 50 and 50, 155. Brilliant. Right, so what else do we need stuff? We need stuff Christmas. Now for now, Christmas, I'm just going to give it 400. So it's going to have 100 a week for our game day. And yeah, that's hopefully it was all done. I'm not messing about with it. So I will be giving 5 to the spending challenge. So I'm going to put it down here for now, just because it's in the budget. So spending challenge, because we owe it. Brilliant. So that leaves us with £230. Where do I want this £230 to go to? So I'm going to put 30 into appliances just to start that off. Again, let's see what hobbies I've got in. So it's just looking at our categories and saying, okay, we need a little bit more here, a little bit less there. So to be fair, we're adding some into this from the other money, which I will go through in a minute. So maybe, I don't want to fully fund these yet. Then it's like not even, it's like another 6 or 7 months. Maybe we start and we just add a bit into car tax. Yeah, guys, I think we'll just do that. We'll add into some into car tax. So we're going to add the 200. I am going to be doing another category that is going to be the excess. So we're just going to put £50 a week in here into our car tax and get that sorted. So, guys, that is the budget for the month. I am now just going to move some money around. So, yeah, I don't know if you want to pause me and get a drink. And I will be back with you in a second. Right, now we have finished the budget, I need to go into here. I hope you're still with me. If you're still with me, please put sunshine. Or even put that face where you're really hot and you're just melting. Because that's what I feel like. We are going to go into here. We are going to take this £1,000 here. Now, we were saving up for something, but we made sure that we left it a long time before we brought it in case we changed our mind. And we did, because priorities changed and actually, yeah, things changed. So we saved, using the Stacey binder that was 500, we managed to save twice. We are now going to reallocate this. So I will clean that off after. We have £1,000 to reallocate through our binders. So I have a list of where I want to put things. We're going to go into, you shouldn't be there, you should be over here, holiday. We're going to go into the car binder, and we have MOT, which is fully funded. We're going to go into car maintenance, and we are going to change this 500 to 1,000. Okay, that is because we are going to take 500 from what we saved from the Stacey binder, and we are going to pop it into here. Sorry, I was just getting this out. Okay, so let's dry that off. And now we have 1,000 in here. So I am happy. I'm not going to colour any more of these in because we don't need to, but this is from Dingley Designs and this one was from Kimberly Budgets. So that is fully funded now with £1,000. That is why in the budget I thought, right, we're going to start with our tax or insurance, whichever one I decided. So that's £500 of that. So that now means that that's just £500 left. We're going to go into kids. And we are going to add £50 into this one. Again, I'm going to have to just clear off this. There we go. Now, kids had £350. It now has £400. And we get to cross some of these off. This is from Sis Butcher Life, and this came in her advent box as well. So we've got 8 down here, and we've got 2 6s. So that's 20. Then we have 14, that's another 11, and then we'll just cross these ones off and call it quits. So that is ding 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 for So's Budget Life's Troll Challenge. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So that is 400 in kids. We're going to go to school and we're going to add some into school as well. So the money was sat there and I just thought it's not allocated to anything. We need to really just, you know, give other categories a boost. So this now has 350 in it. So what are we left with? 1, 2, 3, 400. Yeah. So we are going to go into our family fun. Because it is coming up to the summer holidays, we only have £200 in here. We're going to add £200 of that money in. So we now have £400 in here. And bearing in mind, my daughter's going away, so the money in the kids one will pay for that. And then we have this for the summer holidays. So where was we? Family fun. I do want to get out like to the beach and stuff like that. So that is that binder complete. We then need to go and add some into the celebrations because we have a few celebrations this month. And this one's a right mess. I haven't rubbed it off from before. So we have 100 in there already. Sorry, I just needed to top it up. Oh, look, I've messed it up. There we go. So we have 100 in celebrations already, and we're going to put 100 in, so that equals 200 in celebrations. Brilliant. Okay. And then our final binder that we are going into is this one. We are going to add 50 into here. So garden, we are going to add 50 in. And you might say, Rose, why are you adding it in when you haven't used what was in there? And that's a valid question. But I want it to be where I have the money if I need it. So we now have 450 in here. And instead of it just being sat there, I want it to have a purpose. So that was garden. And then we're going to add into house. I'm just going to take this off again. So sorry for cheating, guys. This is just one of them makeup pad things, and I've just put a bit of remover on it. So this is 452. So that is going into house. So if I've done my calculations right, that is 500 that's gone into the car maintenance, 50 into kids, 50 into school, 50 into garden, 50 into house, 100 into celebrations, and 200 into family fun, which equals the £1,000 from the Stacey binder. So obviously next month, Stacey binder will go down to, well, it won't be counted in it, and the other ones would have that boost, guys. So hope everybody has a fabulous July. I'm looking forward to Christmas in July. Please go and check out my giveaway in June week 3. Please go and check out Budget UK's video and just, yeah, give her a like, comment. She's on 67 subscribers. So yeah, we've done our budget for us. We've done our allocation for the month. We've done our count up, and we are up to 14,195. Yes, that seems a lot of money, but it is allocated for things. So it's not money that I've just got there to go and spend 14 grand or anything like that. It is simply allocated in these binders. So guys, little bit just here, it says, remember, treat others with kindness, be the best self you can be. And if I haven't forgotten anything, that is us done for another month, ready to cash stuff for the month ahead, guys. Thanks so much for all your love and support. Have a fabulous week going ahead, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.